All right, well, we recently lost Robbie Robertson, probably best known for his work in the band, but he was very super influential to many, many artists in the 60s and 70s and beyond. But his work with the band, I think, is one that everybody is sort of, that he's best known for, I guess. And if you had to pick one song from the band, it might be The Weight. And The Weight has a relatively simple chord structure, but a great little intro that he does. And I want to make sure that I map that out and nail that for you guys here. You can sort of fuss around with it and play it any way you like, but I want to actually get down and see exactly how he did it. And we'll map that out for you. And then we'll talk about the chords and the rest of the song, but this one will go pretty quick. It's a great song. Okay, so if this is the kind of thing that you like and you haven't done so already, I'd invite you to jump down and click subscribe, ring the bell. The bell will let you know when I drop new content. I do this every single week. If you're looking for other ways to support the channel, I appreciate it. There's thanks, which is a button right below, or you can join my Patreon where I have chord charts and tabs for all the songs, lessons that I do on YouTube like this one. All the links are in the description below. Check it out. Okay, so let's talk about The Weight. Okay, so this is open tuning. I mean, not open tuning, standard tuning. And he had a Martin guitar, and if you ever seen the label on the inside of Martin, they're built in, I believe it's Nazareth, Pennsylvania. And story goes, when he was writing this, he looked inside, or he noticed the label. It said Nazareth in there, and that helped launch the lyrics to this song. Rolled into Nazareth, feeling about half past dead. So this is my non-Martin, my Yamaha, trusty Yamaha. But let's talk about the intro riff. So it's all up here between the sort of 7th and 9th and 10th frets is where it all is. And it's a sort of series of double stops for the most part. Now the chords that are in the song are sort of A and E, A, D, and E based. There's also a C sharp minor. But we're going to play with the little double stops that are up here around some of those chords. So it's up here. All right. So the way that I think nails this, think about this A chord up here, right? So that A triad with that note at the 11th fret on the D. That would be a D flat, I guess. If you sort of put your hands in that position to start, it's going to get you what you want. So the notes that we're going for, the first time we're going to be doing a double stop on the D and the G string, the 4th and the 3rd string. We're going to quickly use the 2nd string next. So I found it very valuable to just get your hand in that position, even though we're not picking that 2nd string to start. So that's the first thing. We're hitting that double stop on the G string and hitting the G string. And then we're going to pick that G string all by itself. Again, I'm fretting the whole A chord, because we're going to go there in a minute, but I'm not playing that 2nd string. Now we're going to pull off this 4th string. Sorry, we're not pulling it off. We're just letting it go, but we're going to strike strings 4, 3, and 2 for the next one. All right. So the first one is. Next one is. Because you want to hear that note going from. You can hear that clearly on the record. Then we'll do a double stop or hammer on the based on the A now. So all together. Then we're coming back to our 4th and 3rd string. Just going to do a hammer on twice. So far, whoops. Then we're sliding down to our 7th fret. And And again, that's a hammer on 2 frets up on your D string. All together now. And then we're going to get out of this with, and here's where I think I'm going to give you a little tip that I don't see on the YouTubes out there. Everyone else does one of these, one of those things. You can hear a lot more strings going on, and you can hear that note going on. So what you're going to do is you're going to make this shape. You make sure you grab that A note down there, so that when you do your hammer on now on the A string, between 7 to 9, you're going to get all of those strings right down to the second one, right? And that's how you get out. It's more majestic when you have all those strings. And I swear I hear that. When you think of it, that's like an A, that's like a D. It's an inversion of a D chord. So it's sort of like that. Now we're down to our cowboy A chord. So let's talk about the chords, right? So the chords here are just very simple. They're all sort of first position chords. We'll use that A sus once in a while. Go to your C sharp minor, and I like to grab it with your 6th string on it too. A lot more full. D, A. Again. This part, take a load off, Fanny. It's just A, E, D. Take a load off, Fanny. Right? So you're just doing that hammer on the D. You took the load right on me. Now here's an interesting part. When you watch them live, you go all the way back to like Woodstock when they're playing this live on stage. Robbie is just playing an A chord during this whole time, right? Like the bass is doing this all interesting stuff. Right? But Robbie's just playing an A chord. Sounds kind of empty when you're just playing it by yourself though, right? So I always add on the bass note, and I do it like this. One more. I think it's too much if you do, or some variant of, I've seen some guys do that. It's too many notes for me, but I just like the. You do it how you want to do it though. But that's really it, you know. So yeah, that is the Weight. It's beautiful, very simple. Some will say it just completely launched the Americana music genre, and it probably did. But very grateful to Robbie and the band for putting that together. So there you go. Hope you learned something new. That's The Weight by the band. So if you like what you saw and you haven't done so yet, jump down, click subscribe, and ring the bell. The bell will let you know when I drop new content, which I do every single week. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this, and if there's another lesson you want me to take on similar, let me know what that is too. And until next week, take care, everybody.